we are going to take a moment to step outside of Waterdeep. It's a place that's very enclosed, and cur- and from the inside, it looks a bit like the horizon is peeling on itself. From the outside, it looks fucking insane. Um, like, hold on. From the outside, it's this like whirling vortex. Like someone took the shape of Waterdeep, like on a canvas, and then just mixed a bunch of extremely wet paint all over it, and it's just constantly swirling. Standing at the north gate, just outside the city, are three figures. Um, One of them is a mind flayer. One of them is one of the most wizardy looking guys you can imagine. And the last one, Mickey, would you be all right if I could give you one more roll?
Mickey?
Mickey?
Michael?
You're good. You're good if I can give you one more roll.
Yeah.
All right. You're a little quiet. And the last one is a blue tiefling.
Yeah.
When will Maribel return from the war?
Never.
Where's your girlfriend gay? Or you're something.
A weird
Actually,
situationship.
sorry, this is happening. Yeah, this is happening around up there. And the wizardy looking dude at the front is saying, "Now, listen, I understand you've probably heard many great things about the city of Waterdeep. Not talking to you, Gay, obviously, I know you're from here. But I do want to assure you that the massive arcanic field preventing our egress is not typical. Gay, you just got back on a return to Waterdeep, because what else are you doing with... what else are you really doing right now? And Gale wanted to get back here. And,
Gale!
Oh my god! I can't believe you're fucking about Galadon campaign!
And you wanted to keep on exploring the world with Karlak, who's still a little bummed about her recent Mind Flayer transformation, even though it did prevent her from going to hell. And Gale turns back to the wall, which he has stubbornly been trying to find a way through for about an hour now, but he assures you that with just a little bit more study, he's sure he can get through it. And there's a whole bunch of whirling shapes and colors that show the city as well, but there's also occasional noises that are simply sort of muffled and distorted. There's sometimes a sound of a clash of swords. You hope the thing that you're hearing isn't a distant scream. It's hard to really make out. And then you hear the beginnings of just the edge of a voice that sounds very, very familiar to you. Because, and you're not immediately certain, but that's mostly because there's not a lot of voices that come out of a horse's mouth. But you think you might recognize Maxine very close by, the awakened horse that was one of your fellow Harper members.
Why was it that?
I love the Harpers.
And
That's who got Fristen's money.
Oh my god, you're right. That's what you guys want. I love
Okay.
that horse.
And yeah, but you hear it's a whinny of pain.
Fuck. Can I? Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume we've been here for like an hour.
Yes.
I'm going to assume Gay has already tried to do ascending inside the city at some point. Did that just fizzle?
That sending did just fizzle.
Okay.
I
Uh, I
yeah, go ahead.
I think she's kind of just been like pacing back and forth the whole hour. Like Gail has been trying to get us in. Gay has just been like pacing the road, muttering to herself like "fucking stupid bullshit, magic bullshit at the city.
Yeah.
Stupid. I was gone for less than a year. Ruined my fucking city."
Yeah. It
Um,
it
she hears Maxine and like runs up to listen closer.
mhm.
Puts a hand on Gail's shoulder and is like, "You need to hurry up."
Well,
Well, I appreciate the urgency of the situation, but it is a it it's a delicate matter here, you know, if I do the wrong thing, we could also all explode. And I don't think I could explode the entire city, but it is a possibility. And as you yell out that, you actually almost just half make out a word. It's more like a, but it sounds like it almost could have been your name shouted from the other side. Oh, wait, that's something. Hold on, here. Uh, ah, yes, I have successfully managed to give us a little entrance through this magical field. The only downside is that so far it only works for sound, but that's one step closer towards physical objects. Really, sound is a physical object if you think of. And meanwhile,
it's
Maxine
not.
says, Maxine's voice is that gay?
Yeah, I'm out here. What is happening? Are you okay?
It's I think it's an invasion. Alice, sorry, was carrying people around and in the field ward. They're in danger. I and there's a moment. I don't think I'm going to be carrying anyone else around. Was was it? Did you find what you were looking for out there?
Yeah. I'm
Okay. Then
Mm,
sorry I was gone so long.
no. It's what you needed to do. It's you found it, whatever it was you needed. I just oh, sorry. Uh, I can't. You know that old joke about once a horse's leg is taken out, that's it for them. There's a small horde of undead around here, and my leg is I'm not moving anymore. Not everyone gets magical healing. You if you found what you were looking for out there, then you know, y- you're good. You don't have to worry about us if you're happy.
You're my friend.
I know, but this isn't your city in the same way it was my city, I think. Maybe you could. I don't know how long we have, but maybe you could travel farther and find someone else who could get you into the city or something if you have to. But I think maybe just keep going. Waterdeep was where you started, but it doesn't have to be your life.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, You might just have to sit there and watch us then.
Gay
I
like has still been like hand on Gale's shoulder and just like digs her nails in.
yeah, he's like,
Like
that's actually very well. Okay. Oh, I'm shutting up. Gale very
He's
quickly
doing
got
it. He's learning.
well, no, he very quickly got a telepathic message.
Oh.
Picks a mind player here.
Yeah.
And as all this is happening, yeah, you say you're not moving anywhere. You can actually see the tiny point of light that sort of is the sound point that Gale has going on. And Maxine says,
attack it.
"You're gonna attack it?"
Drive your sword into it.
Would that
Like
do anything?
your
Well, I would like make sure
You know-
Maxine's not directly on the other side of it, but
I
It's
think
gonna fuck you up so bad.
you know what. Additionally, through the sound, you begin to hear dark growls way closer than you'd think you'd want. Like hearing them right outside your door and a small whimper from Maxine. I'm gonna say if that was your first instinct, you just do it, make an attack.
Smite the door. God power.
I bet this is gonna fuck you up so bad.
Okay.
So
You
hearing your friend
slam
die.
into it, make a constitution saving throw.
Yippee. Come on. You're a paladin.
Okay.
why is my hang on? Where's
I'll deal with that later.
Yep.
And you try to do that. It's your first instinct. Get in there. Someone's in danger. Gay, do you have any particular thoughts about anything that Maxine said? You sort of visited here back on mostly because this was the way Gale was going. But if it hadn't been for that, do you think you would have ever come back?
I think she would have come back eventually, probably not as soon. I think Maxine said this isn't Gay's city the way it was hers. And I think up until it was said out loud, Gay would have agreed with that.
I think it's as Gay
Don't
is
you
having
fucking evil laughing. Die.
I think it is exactly as Gay is having those thoughts that in one of the rooms of the Blackstaff Tower, a small case explodes. High over the city, one of the bone dragon constructs flies around looking for something, and a streak of light is currently flying from the Blackstaff Tower, pierces one of its wings, and after a second of the pierce happening, the light continues, and then the wing explodes. The light further continues, and the light, which months ago, when Gay first went through the emotional trials of stopping the Zentarim that she was once a part of, despite how emotional it was, simply because it was the right thing to do, something chose her. The light continues through the sky, slices through a devil summoned by the cast lanterns, and explodes it as well. And as the light continues to shine, you see her Maxine go, "What?" Whoosh! Slams into the wall of magical energy on the opposite side. Gay, the rapier in your hand is completely shredded by the arcane barrier, and then your hand is sucked in like it's an unctuous goo. Gale is like, "That should not be happening, that should not be happening." But it feels like, you know how when you put like, this is a weird, it's not exactly like putting two magnets together. It's more like when you reverse two magnets in the opposite polarity and they're trying to get apart. It's like they're trying to get apart that hard, but going together somehow. Like, both sides are going to meet on the opposite ends, and as this thought is happening, and your face is getting scrunched against it, and the people you brought with you are freaking the fuck out, Gay, you find yourself on the other side of the Waterdeep wall, right in front of Maxine, right in the way of a pile of zombies.
Nice.
And you hear in your head, "Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you. I
Oh my
wasn't
god!
sure you would ever return." Gay, your weapon was just destroyed. You're holding something cold in your hands. And
Defender of Waterdeep?
Gay, you are currently holding the legendary sentient weapon as your edge.
We didn't need to resurrect him.
Oh my
We're
god.
fine.
Oh, if you resurrected him, he wasn't going to get it back.
Yeah.
And that is where we are going to end this session.
Let's go!